Bluestars Prophecy, Chapter 4, Part 1. Blue Paw, Blue Paw! Well, Blue Paw, Blue Paw! As the clan began to chant her new name, Blue Paw looked around the clearing, feeling as tall as the high rock. At last, she could begin to help her clanmates. Stormtail gave her a small nod. She wanted to run and press her muzzle against his, but her paws wouldn't move. She stared in silence, and as he turned back to Adderfang. "Can you believe it?" Snowpaw ran up to her, purring. Rosekit, Sweet and Kitten, Thistlecit came dashing across the clearing, mewing excitedly. "Your apprentices!" Well, that voice was annoying. Sweetkit squealed. Rosekit skipped around them. "We'll miss you in the nursery." Thistlecit's eyes were dark with annoyance. "If you're apprentices, I don't see why I can't be almost as big as you." Sweetkit rolled her eyes. "No, you're just always boasting." "Don't worry, Thistlecit," Snowpaw reassured him. "I'll teach you every battle move I learned." Thistlecit stuck his nose in the air. "I'm already a better fighter than you'll ever be," he huffed. Blue Paw's claws itched. She wanted to cuff him around the ear. He should show some respect to the apprentices in his clan. "Congratulations!" Swiftly trotted toward them with her tail straight up. Blue Paw purred, looking around for her mother. Moonflower had stopped to talk with Stormtail, but catching Blue Paw's eye, she broke away and hurried to join her kids. "I'm so proud of you!" She glanced back at Stormtail. "Your father is too." Almost as though she had beckoned them, Stormtail padded toward them. Adderfang followed. His eyes narrowed as though something were troubling him. "Well done." Stormtail's gaze flicked to Blue Paw's muddy paws. She sat down with a bump, tucking them as far out of sight as she could. "We're going to be the best apprentices," Snowpaw mewed happily. Stormtail flicked his tail. "I expect nothing less." Goosefeather joined them, with Featherwhisker beside him. "Congratulations, you two," he mewed warmly. "Thank you." Blue Paw dipped her head. Goosefeather nodded to Stormtail. "You must be very proud." Stormtail's ears twitched. "Of course." Adderfang wiped a paw casually over one ear. "It's interesting that Pinester chooses now to make you apprentices." He paused his paw in midair, and looked Blue Paw up and down. One might almost think it was unplanned. Blue Paw tipped her head up to one side. "What do you mean?" "He doesn't mean anything," Moonflower meowed quickly. She glared at Adderfang. "Do you?" The marbled brown Tom met her gaze without flinching. "Well, it has certainly distracted the clan from Wind Clan's feeding." Goosefeather flicked his tail. "If there's going to be a battle, Adderfang, we won't need all the warriors. We will need all the warriors we can get." Adderfang shrugged. "Warriors? Yes, but apprentices?" Snowpaw fluffed out her fur. "We'll fight as well as any cat." Adderfang's whiskers twitched. "I'm sure you'll do your best, but only training will make you a warrior. And you've had none." Blue Paw suddenly felt very small. What in StarClan had made her think she could help her clan? Coldness crept under her pelt. Was Adderfang right? Had Pinester really made them apprentices only to stop a battle with WindClan from happening? Stonepelt's mew shook Blue Paw from her thoughts. "I hope you're ready to climb that ravine again." The coldness busted Pelt. "Are we going out right now? The sooner we begin your training, the better." Stonepelt meowed. "If WindClan is planning something, you'll need all the skills I can teach you." He was going to train her to fight WindClan. Blue Paw felt they threw as Stonepelt led her to the camp entrance. It was real. She was an apprentice. This time, she would be going all the way into the forest, not stopping at the edge to peer inside like a frightened kid. What would Stonepelt show her? Where to find the juiciest prey? What would he teach her? How to surprise an enemy with the fierce battle move? Her heart was racing as she followed him up the ravine. The path feeling easier now that she knew what to expect. Rocks clattered behind them. Bluepaw turned to see Snowpaw and Sparrowpelt bounding up the ravine as well. Are you going into the forest too? Bluepaw thought, I don't know why I keep calling her Bluepelt. Bluepaw felt a prickle of jealousy as Snowpaw caught up. She wanted the forest to herself. Yes! Snowpaw bounded past her and raced ahead, her long legs making easy work of the difficult scramble. Sparrowpelt guided her from behind. Take the route between those two boulders, he called. Usually only warriors go back that way. But I think you'll be able to make the jump. Bluepaw quickened her pace, breaking into a dash as soon as the path flattened out and dwelled between some bushes. Why should Snowpaw be the first one in the forest? Careful! Stonepelt cautioned as she sent Toffles with Gree tumbling down the slope. Your clanmates might be following. Sorry, Bluekit slowed down, taking her steps more carefully. She was frustrated to see Snowpaw disappear over the top of the ravine. Speed isn't everything, Stonepelt told her. A warrior who runs ahead of the prey catches less. Yeah, right. She scrambled the last paw steps to the top and mounting the ridge, turned to gaze down on the clearing. Snowpaw was already staring below them. Her blue eyes as they're in the dawn sunshine. It's so far down, she breathed. Bluepaw felt warmth spread through her body. She had been this view already. Look, she pointed out to Snowpaw. You can see the clearing there, between those branches. Snowpaw peered, her ears pricking up. Is that Dizzlecate and Rosekit playing beside the fallen tree? Two familiar pelts fumbled over the bright clearing. They looked tiny from up there. Bluekit raised one of her front paws, hoping they might see her, but the kits didn't look up. Suddenly, Bluepaw felt very, very far away from her old den mates. Sparrowpelt was standing at the edge of the trees. Come on, he called to Snowpaw. I'll show you the river. The river! Bluepaw could not imagine what it must look like. The only water she had seen was in Goosefeather's clearing, and in the puddles they drank from in camp. She knew that the river was wide, and it flowed like wind through the trees. Are we going to the river too? She asked Stonepelt. Well, Stonepelt shook his head. We have something much more important to do. Bluekit tried not to feel disappointed. After all, something more important could be more exciting than seeing the river. As Snowpaw's white pelt disappeared into the forest behind Sparrowpelt, Bluepaw trotted into the trees after Stonepelt. Sunlight sliced through the half-bare branches and stripped the forest floor like a tiger's pelt. Striped the forest floor like a tiger's pelt. Bluepaw smelled prey. Not the dead smell of fresh kill, but something far more enticing. She smelled mouse, sparrow, squirrel, and shrew, all with a tang of life that made her mouth water. And we're going to stop there.